Hi, this is Morley and this is the M-Wire with another La Palma update for Monday, November 8th, 2021. So the earthquakes on La Palma have certainly been continuing, not to the degree that we've seen, weeks ago, seeing hundreds of earthquakes, but they still are quite numerous, folks. As you can see here, the earthquakes are still quite numerous, most notably a 4.8 yesterday, which is very significant. But there are some people that are saying that this volcano is slowing down. Time will tell as to whether or not that's actually the case, but an official from Pelvoca certainly disagrees with that statement that there's any sign of the volcano slowing down any. This is from the 6th of November. The active volcano on the Spanish Canary island of La Palma has entered a stage of stability according to officials Saturday. Ruben Fernandez, technical director of the Volcano Risk Prevention Plan Pelvoca, in a statement said that the cleaning operations to remove volcanic ash that has blanketed rooftops and roads would be carried out in the coming days to provide people access to their homes. Vincent Solier, a volcanologist at the Spanish National Research Council, on Saturday said Cumbre Vieja has entered a new phase but did not signal that the end of the eruption was closer. There are too many factors at play. We still have to wait several days. I wish the end was in sight, but that's just a wish for now, he told FA. Over 2,000 buildings have been wrecked by lava flows from Cumbre Vieja, while ash has blanketed the swaths of land on the island since the eruption began on September 19th. Well, I've certainly showed you enough video of the ash from the volcano. It's absolutely insane how much ash there is. It's literally feet thick. In some places you could practically wade through it. I'm not exactly sure what they do with the ash. I mean, what can you do with it other than, say, dump it in the ocean? But the ash on La Palma is absolutely intense, and obviously there needs to be some sort of a cleanup just so the residents of La Palma can move about the island. If you take a look at this recent footage of the volcano, you can see that there's big black smoke billowing out, which once again indicates perhaps iron oxide is burning off, and there's water intrusion coming in from one of the magma chambers somewhere. But several of the lava flows have indeed reached the ocean, as I was talking about last week, so that's another significant development in the sense that there's more SO2 being burnt off on the island. The air quality on the island is very poor. It's hard to refute that with all the ash flying around. That's the most pressing issue, I would say, right now for the residents of La Palma. I'm going to get into what Volcano Discovery had to say about La Palma over the last couple of days here. It's very interesting how they word what they say, but the reality is the earthquakes do continue, perhaps not the degree of ferocity that we're used to, and the ash is just billowing out of the mountain, as you've seen in the footage that I've showed you. The activity at the volcano continues at levels similar to yesterday, reduced compared to the weeks before. Visually, intermittent pulsating weak lava fountains could be observed in the early morning hours from the main vent at the cone, along with a fusion of several smaller lava flows on the western slopes of the cone. The explosions at the summit vent continue to produce ash plumes reaching up to 8,000 feet, 2,000 kilometers altitude, drifting southwest over the ocean. Volcanic tremor has been following a decrease trend, which suggests that the magma rate is decreasing as well, which is now 983.4 hectares large and has destroyed or damaged at least 2,714 buildings. Ground deformation returned to values similar to 48 hours ago, which is likely means that the yesterday's peak of inflation at the LP03 station was likely caused by an instrument error. Overall, it follows a trend of decrease or deflation. Seismic activity has also been reduced compared to the previous weeks, with only 55 quakes during 24 hours with magnitudes above 2.2. The largest was a deep 38-kilometer magnitude 4.5 tremor at 5:07 p.m. this afternoon, which was widely felt on the island. I find it very curious that they're blaming the uplift on an instrument error, folks. I'll let you draw your own conclusions about that. I have my opinions. But let me know in the comments below if you think that's plausible or not. I'm curious to what you have to say about that. The activity at the vents continues to decrease gradually, at least visually and audibly. Residents reported less explosions and less intense gassing noises. Explosions at the vent are intermittent and no longer as vigorous as before, although ash emissions seem to have picked up in the morning again. On the webcam it can be seen lava emission continues, but also seems less vigorous. Some of it forms active lava flows on the lower flanks of the cone, overlapping older flows. Volcanic tremor has remained at similar levels as yesterday, but continued to decrease overall. Hopes are emerging that the eruption might be approaching an end, although this is still too early to be certain of. A pair of two quakes with magnitudes 4.5 and 4.6 occurred last afternoon at 5:07 p.m. at approximately 38 kilometers depth within 10 seconds from each other. But so far there seems not to be any significant change with other parameters. Example, eruption intensity, that clearly correlates. It is not known what the exact significance of these other quakes is at the moment, whether it is caused by an injection of new magma at depth or gravitational adjustments perhaps caused by the depletion of magma from there or something else, is speculation. It might become clear in the future, likely sometime after the eruption ends, but when the data is collected by scientists will be more complete when the models will be made that can match the various data with the observations. For now, one can just wait and see. So even Volcano Discovery has a very wait-and-see attitude towards this volcano, that it's slowing down or whatnot. I mean, that one scientist from Pelvoca doesn't think that this volcano is slowing down at all, so we have conflicting opinions even between the professionals. If nothing else, it proves that no one, including the professionals, can pick a date on a calendar when this volcano will end. So in the meantime, we wait, we watch, and we pray that this doesn't get any worse than it already is, and hopefully the worst will not happen. But if it does happen, folks, like I say, you need to be prepared. I say this in every video: have a bug out bag, have a tank of gas, have a place to go. A little precaution on your part might be the wisest decision that you ever make. But thank you so much for coming along with me to my update. Please remember to like, to comment, to share, and to subscribe. And until the next update, God bless.